Welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed. And friend, there is a recipe in the building that is about to bring me back to life again. Why? It is pork belly. I'm so excited. Easter's literally around the corner, one of my favorite times of the year. And we all know that there's always going to be family in the building, okay? They're always going to be wanting things from you. And this is why you got to have those recipes on standby. And we, as your Feel Good Breakfast show family, we got you. So we had to bring one of the best into the kitchen who's going to be giving us a recipe that will be absolutely unforgivable. I am talking about, and forgive me, unforgettable. It is Koliwe Rafu who is here to tell us about how we can wow our guests come Easter time. My Koliwe, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Looking so beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful dish. I'm so excited. Let's dive right into it.
Yeah.
Please tell us, what are we making, my love?
Okay, lovely. We're making pork belly, one of my absolute faves.
Yeah.
And what I like to do with my pork belly is literally start by heavily seasoning the top.
Okay.
This is so important for getting all the moisture out of the crackling. Because if you're having pork belly and it doesn't have crackling, you didn't do your job. So very important, heavily season it. But very important, I love my pork belly to be crackling on top, but super delicious and juicy inside.
Yes.
And how you get that is by having a lovely layer. So I'm layering apples here, I'm layering some onions.
Apples and onions, Koliwe.
Listen, one thing about pork, it loves apples. That's something people who are not like, I don't know, really into food don't understand. But apples are literally your best friend. I'm even going to be using this apple juice in there to make sure that it's super juicy as well.
It's me. I'm the people who's not really into food because I didn't know that.
But I want you to taste it. You are going to be a convert and I can't wait for it.
Oh, man. I'm excited. Like I said, pork belly is one of my favorite dishes ever.
Lovely.
Yeah, whenever I go anywhere, it is the thing.
Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm also adding a little bit of the sage. Sage is also a beautiful flavor. It goes with some pork. And what's lovely about sage is also going to crisp up in the oven for us, so that's going to be really beautiful.
Nice.
Anyway, something really important is that you have to slit the top of the pork belly because that also helps you get the crackling. And also before the salting, I make sure that I wiped it down with a paper towel so it was super, super dry. You don't want any moisture on the top bit of the pork belly.
Okay.
And it is that simple, guys. It goes directly into the oven. But again, we really want to speak about that moisture in the bottom of the meat. So this is a really beautiful ingredient that I always add.
Apple juice?
Apple juice, my darling. So make sure when you're adding this, it doesn't splatter all over the top of the crackling again.
Otherwise, it's then going to be wet.
Yes, you don't want to do that. You want the bottom to be wet and moist, but not the top at all.
Not the top.
So I add a little bit of this. You can add a little bit of lemon juice, but very little because you don't want it to be too tart. So I'll add a little bit of that there as well.
Wait, Koliwe, I need to ask. You're just putting salt on top. No, like I see ginger and pepper and things there.
No, we have something that accompanies this that you're going to love.
Really?
So let's put this in the oven.
That is so
at
interesting.
really high heat at first so that the crackling crackles.
Okay.
But it's going to go down to like 160 and then you cook for a couple of hours until it's lovely and juicy, falling apart.
Nice.
Now we move on to my side. I absolutely love this side for pork or actually anything really.
Yes.
I'm smashing my potatoes. These are the Woolies Abbey potatoes. So I just add them onto my baking tray over here, and then I just need to smash them. So you can use many things to smash your potatoes, either like a fork like this.
Yeah.
What I really love to do in the kitchen is
use a bowl.
Period. Because remember, look how lovely and flat this is. So I'm just going to smash it, and look how beautiful that is. So
Fair.
smash.
I don't actually cook, Koliwe. I must tell you, I always admit this to our chefs. I'm in the kitchen once a year. But talk to me about
what day of the year is that? Tell me.
Christmas.
Easter. Oh.
Christmas. No, in Easter, I'm eating hot cross buns and sleeping. But I let my sister do the cooking.
Love that.
But talk to me a little bit about some of your favorite dishes, particularly around Easter.
Okay, Easter, I absolutely love hot cross buns. I know it's not a dish, but it's one of the biggest ones for me. Also, at home, our tradition really was never all these, what you know for Easter. For example, I know a lot of people eat a lot of fish around Easter and all of that. We honestly used to eat whatever. And most importantly, we used to eat pork. That's why I'm cooking this, because my gran used to farm pigs. And so around this time, it gets a little chilly in Matatiele. And so pork is literally the loveliest thing to have around a chilly, season. And so we would have pork and would make like steamed bread. We call it umkupa, which is my absolute favorite. So honestly, it was it was our traditions, but I realize now as I'm growing older, it's not really as traditional to everyone anyone else. But what I love the most about Easter is that you need to create dishes that you can make ahead of time, sort of. Because some of us are in church all day on Easter.
Yes.
So when I come home and just plonk something in the oven for warming up and we're ready to eat, we don't want to spend more hours in the kitchen.
And this looks very, very easy. You see, this is my kind of dish where it looks like I can make it in 2 seconds. Yes.
Listen.
Tell me what you've done here, please.
So here's what I'm doing. I've seasoned this generously. One thing I feel people miss when they're cooking is that they don't season as well. And that's the thing. If you're creating dishes, it can be very simple flavors, but if it's properly seasoned, let me tell you, it takes it to the top.
Yes.
Also, I just love a little lashing of butter on anything.
That is not a little lashing, Koliwe. You have drowned those potatoes in butter.
First of all, it's Easter, so I don't know if you're worried about what.
No. I'm for the drowning. No, I didn't say it's bad. I'm just saying it looks like I need to drown them, which I love. Yes.
Also, potatoes love butter.
Sure.
Or even duck fat. And I know Woolies has some duck fat that you can use for these, which is incredible as well.
Yes.
So this goes into the oven and it crisps up for you.
Yeah.
For us to have as a final dish. So let me put it through.
I love that. So now, what does it come out like? Oh my goodness, like that.
Let me show you the masterpiece that happens. So anyway, that's all for the prep.
Yes.
And so for this meal, we're actually making something. I'm going to start with this, which is a side. It is our Tenderstem broccoli that has some crispy onions on top and some creme fraiche. So this is where a bit of the health comes in for you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And then, of course, our Abby potatoes that have been smashed with some garlic, which are absolutely delicious.
Can I steal one of the fork even, perhaps?
Oh,
just so, because, I see the pork belly nip, but I'm here for these Abby potatoes. Like I said, something easy, something quick, but it looks like it's very flavorful. Yes.
Anybody can make these. You can even get your kids to help you with this. You saw how I did that with a little smashing and like seasoning. So you guide them through it and then they can help you with it. And then, of course, our star of the dish, the pork belly, looking beautiful and being the star that it is for this dish. What do you think?
No one's getting any, sorry. These are mine now.
Excuse me, ma'am. It's the butter. It's the butter.
But the seasoning as well. Wait, you put salt and pepper?
Salt, pepper, and don't forget the rosemary. The rosemary really adds this fragrance to it, which is absolutely lovely.
Oh my goodness. Koliwe, well done. Like, these are some of the best potatoes I've ever had. I'm not even joking.
I'm so glad.
Thank you.
You flatter me, but I love it.
My goodness. Listen, Expresso family, this is the beautiful thing about these recipes. They are one of the ways in which you can bring your people together, whether it's your family, your friends, but they're so easy to make. So it's quick, 1, 2, 1, 2, and everyone gets to enjoy it, including you. And the nice thing is that you get to find them on expressoshow.com. And it is, of course, a huge thank you to Koliwe Rafu, who came through to give us some of these dishes that we can get into for our Easter time. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely dig it. And right about now, I need you to make sure that you indeed are ready for Easter in the best way by visiting expressoshow.com.